So hello guys and welcome to another day in the New Wave Invitationals. My name is Dax and we have finally woken up Fascinate and he is going to be co-casting the action for the rest of the night. So hi Mr. Fascinate, how you doing? Glad to see you awake and ready to go for these two matchups.
Yes, and good morning to you, Daks. I had a very good sleep. How about
I
you?
I have no,
How was your sleep today?
no. Listen. This is not a morning to me. This is actually normal time to me because I woke up early today to play competitive, to play my placements, and I had a
Oh.
great time playing Overwatch again. An
May I
absolute
ask what you end up with? What
the
SR you
usual
end up with?
3.6 on support. There's
Mm,
never changes. I
not
only do the
bad.
5 games. It's okay. It's not too much I am at now. I'm already so washed up. I'm just happy that I'm not too washed up, that's for sure. But hey, you know who isn't washed up, my friend? It has to be these two teams under the same banner, but under the same family. But honestly, one of the best tryharding, you know, communities, you could say, in terms of
Mm-hmm,
Overwatch. It's
mm-hmm.
Wamen Nagi 2.0 versus UwUwatch, both under the Yumi banner. And well, a lot of good things to say about these two teams.
Indeed, that's true. And yeah, like we've seen Waminagi dominate like different teams so far. And who do you think is do you think now that Uwuwatch has like more experience under their like more experience competitive wise under their belt? Do you think they would stand a chance against Waminagi 2.0, or do you think
Oh, we can actually
Waminagi
talk
would
about that.
easily take?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll talk about that in just a bit. But first, let's introduce our rosters actually between the Wamanagi and
All right.
Uwatch side. So we got Funtrix, Zombits, Kuz, Kronos, Vigilance, and Paddy now the starting six here for Wamanagi. As Arctaniel is basically KIA'd by his internet, and Timora is banned from this roster. So it's a full new horizon here for Wamanagi 2.0 with a
Right. Right.
completely different DPS duo. Shout out to the third caster who will be probably hearing from time to time into this one. But hey, much love to you, third caster. On the other side though, it's Uwatch with Charlotte and Oriusu, Izumi Sagiri, Invox, and Lux Rain 2 Happy Bull on that starting six, Kadena and Jack on the sub role. But it seems like her Watch actually Izumi is gonna be the one starting because we are gonna be looking to figure out who's gonna be moving on for what role in the Orisu coming on in as well. Wamen Nagi still trying to figure out who's gonna be where is their other DPS. But hey, Wamen Nagi 2.0. Let's discuss that DPS line. What do you think with Cousin Kronos? That has a lot of history actually, if you I
Right.
recall.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is gonna be a
I,
long
I
night. This is gonna
I
be a
can
long
actually
night.
I can actually hear the third caster singing through my earphones, which is very great. Even though I upped my sensitivity already. You know what?
Mm-hmm,
But yeah, okay.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, looking at their lineups for today, yeah, you said there would be like changes, especially to Waminagi's PS lineup. They would Kuz and Kronos would take up the mantle and lead the Waminagi 2.0 under as the DPS duo. And yeah, you did say that they had quite a bit of a history, especially like playing together as well. They used to play a lot. Like I'm not sure now, but they used to play a lot, like together or with groups or with other people. And yeah, so in that regard, I don't think they would lack um, this synergy that we've seen with Timora and whoever, and then the next
Arctuniel?
DPS who, yeah, like Archdaniel or Kronos, right? Because
I,
they usually like swap, right? As far
I,
as I
I
remember.
can't believe you forgot about Archdaniel. He's gonna be so sad
No,
that
no,
Papa Fascinate has forgotten about him just because he doesn't have internet. But hey, as you said before, we got Kuz, or formerly known as Odaza, sometimes known as
Yeah,
Odaza, and
right, right.
Kronos from basically the Middle Hypebeast days way back when they had a full little community thing going on, playing, trying to get better and better. And well, they do reunite here in the Wamen Nagi 2.0 banner. Vigilance and Patty gonna be that support line as well. Very interesting because one is gonna be that hard Lucia, that's for sure. Vigilance probably not gonna be playing that Mercy too
Hmm.
much into this composition. Probably gonna
Right.
be the Moira instead. But I feel like the biggest matchup right now is gonna be that tank line, Mr.
Correct.
Fascinates. And
Right.
let's
I
look
do believe
into
that as
those stats because these are the two teams that love the ball, are the ball, feel the ball, and you can play with those balls as much as possible because it's Funtrick versus Inoriusu gonna be playing the Hammond, that's for sure. 25 eliminations each, with Inoriusu getting a little ahead after his debut on the Wrecking Ball, reaching up to 60 eliminations there for Mr. Inoa. 6.5 average damage there for Inoriusu as well, for 5.5 for Funtrick. Very, very close stats, and you can really see that this is gonna be a battle of supremacy on that hero. On the other side, Mr. Yuki, we got Zombich and Charlotte as well. Very close in the stats at the same time. 7.1 for Zombich in average damage to 21 eliminations per 10. And then on Charlotte's side, it's 22.6 average eliminations per 10 minutes and 7.6 average damage. So overall, stats don't lie. These two teams are going to be
well.
very, very close on that
Right,
forefront.
exactly. Yeah, especially on that front line. They I think this would end up like who would step up, or like which tank duo would step up in this series, because looking at the stats, they are very equal, as you said. But um Charlotte, on the other hand, like when he popped off, like the most damage he dealt in, I believe this is one map, right? Is almost 18k, and like yeah, for UwUwatch side, Charlotte and Inoa has most eliminations of 60, and that like if they popped off, they really do. So if they can bring that back to the table in this series, they can definitely turn the tides towards UwUwatch. Who knows?
Exactly.
They might create the first. They might give Waminagi their first L.
Oh
So that's
man,
kind of exciting to watch.
jumping the gun right there, Mr. Fascinate. But yeah, exactly. Because look at those standings. All the way at the top of the top, we got
Exactly
Wamanagi 2.0 with
right.
the
Right.
perfect 3-0 so far. So coming into the halfway mark in the New Wave Invitationals, we got UwUwatch with a 2-1. Very impressive. All the way in 4th place. And the standings don't lie, man. You can really see Wamanagi has
Mhm.
found a good rhythm overall in terms of the New Wave Invitationals. But this is going to be a really big test for them because they do not have their dynamic TPS duo with Arcdino and Tamura on this game. It's gonna be Kuz and Kronos, and we will have to find out if they can really fill up those shoes and really bring in a new flavor here for Wamanagi 2.0. Sometimes you want to have some Shio, sometimes you want some Shoyu. Maybe this is like Tatanmen or something, gonna be a completely different thing. But what are you expecting between these two squads? What's gonna be a proper matchup besides those wrecking balls bouncing around?
Yeah. Yeah. As you said, we're going to expect more balls. Like I kind of feel like Waminagi might be able to play more dive, like specifically because Kronos. I believe he's a Genji specialist. Like not in a sense that he only plays Genji, but it's one of his preferred heroes, along with McCree, if I remember correctly. And as well as Kuz, actually he plays a lot of Genji, and he's a good Widowmaker as well. So you can actually like if you're really ballsy enough, or depending on the map, you can actually play Widow on a dive. So it'll really depend on what they are feeling right now, or if they play together during like their free time, or like if they practice, they might give us some interesting compositions, along with since Vigilance is a very flexible support uh player. And yeah, other than that, as for Uwatch, their support line will definitely see a lot of Anna coming off uh, uh Elixirine. And I forgot who their usual Lucio player is. I believe two Happy Ball plays Lucio, but I'm sure that he prefers Mercy. So um just by looking at their um preferred heroes, they can opt for that kind of like PG uh what do you call this, like lineup, sorry, lineup.
You sound like a very proud father, Mr. Fascinate, and I'm glad you have such a deep understanding of these two teams. But you know what else is gonna be deep? Wishing well sometimes. And speaking of that wishing well, we are gonna be starting things off on Ilios for our control map. So this is a very interesting map pick done by Wamen Nagi 2.0. Ilios gonna have a lot of space to play that wrecking ball, that's for sure. On well, especially, as well as Lighthouse, gonna be good ways to get the boops on. Might see some Orisa Hog at the same time. A few snipers here and there on ruins. Gonna be a lot of components here. And what do you think? Ilios gonna be a good background of the dive, won't it be?
Yeah, I actually believe so. Especially on like the map. What do you call that map? I forgot. The one in wait. Am I remember that? Yeah, the my god, I keep forgetting the names for Ilios, but yeah, definitely you can play dive here, especially on well. I think so. If they don't like playing that Orisa lineup.
That's true, that's true. And that's gonna be a very, very, very interesting component of this game, and I can't wait to see it. I do want to see Well and Lighthouse for sure. Like Ruins is like it's like okay for me in terms of this matchup, but I would love to see Well. That's gonna be a really,
Yeah.
really fun map to be on. But seems our teams are ready to go. It's time to get into the blue and white. It's time to get the Greek on, and let's move into Ilios. Gonna be a fun one here and now. Gonna be a fine night, that's for sure. And we are gonna start things off here in the New Wave Invitationals, day 3 of week number 5 with Ilios. And it seems like, well, really will be our starting point. It really is destiny here, Mr. Fascinates, as well as Nagi 2.0, as well as UwUwatch looking get ready to go for this matchup.
Right, and seeing here, it's still waiting for players, but we're looking at Charlotte hovering over that hog. So, um, and a ball from but so yeah, what do you expect for both teams here in this first?
The biggest thing I can really see between these two teams has to be Funchak versus Noruso on that ball. That will be the defining factor of which disruption can actually get something done. And for Wamen Nagi 2.0, they were having basically a monopoly on the ball for pretty much a long time here in the New Wave Invitationals. But Noruso has really found his stuff with the hero itself. But hey, it seems like UwUwatch gonna be playing a little bit of a different flavor here and now on Orisa here for in order to use it, and Charlotte can be playing that Diva instead. On the meantime, Wamen Nagi 2.0 with a very aggressive dive to boot, cause gonna be playing that McCurry, and seems like a Pocket Mercy into the field here for Vigilance to go for the top up and to keep the damage boost onto their hit scan.
Yes, and Vigilance is very well known for his mercy plays. And yeah, they should UwUwatch should be very careful against Patty in this map, especially in well, right? Because she has pretty extensive knowledge on how to play Lucio aggressively. So we'll see what they will do here in this initial push. And Urnoa getting real close for comfort there.
In order Yusu able to set on up though for UwUwatch, they are going to be staying on the left hand side. Elixiring with the first tag onto Kronos. And for Wamen Nagi 2.0, they're playing a little suboptimal with the Mercy Lucio. So it's basically a comfort pick right here, right now, between Vigilance as well as Fatty. They're going to go for boosts, they're going to go for the pocket play, but they're just sometimes like that where they are just going to get overrun in terms of the sustain. And with Innova Yusu staying on the left hand side, gonna get booped! That's a big one there from Fatty! Thanks, Garamizumi and Innova Yusu. Wamen Nagi 2.0 just finding the opportunity there with their Lucio player, and that should be them getting the capture.
And that's exactly the boot that I was talking about a while ago. You know, they know their angles, they know where to position themselves. Actually, UwUwatch really did very well on that initial defense, but Patty just making it work for just making them work now. They switched their diva into a Winston, would try and counter out this Genji most likely.
That's a big one there, and goodbye to Two Happy Ball. Gonna get shot into the hole as well. And here comes Kronos right now with the Dragon Blade. And Wamen Nagi 2.0, one little push, one little shot is all they needed to turn the tide in their favor. Absolute skill here from Wamen Nagi 2.0. And you can really say that they are top of the field on the mechanics on the game itself. Now, Izumi Izagiri gonna be swapping over to the McCree instead, looking for a few stuns here and there. But for UwUwatch, on a Razor Winston composition, very interesting to play on this map.
Who needs a nano Genji when you can just pocket as a is that right? But yeah, they're looking to push on this house right here, which is very interesting and really nice try because they should be looking to try different things out since their first attack wasn't working.
It's
And
a lot
now
safer here for
Patty.
UwUwatch, man.
Yeah,
They-
exactly.
They are gonna go deal with the Soundbarrier though for Patty. Wamen Nagi 2.0 with a little bit of a push there. And because right now with the Deadeye from the other side, Wamen Nagi 2.0, strong start. Not the same DPS line that we expect, but hey, it really is just the same kind of situation. Wamen Nagi looking like unstoppable just on the first round.
And Kronos has his blade up again. And this is going to be a very hard push, but Two Happy Ball can probably negate that with his speed, but would that be enough to stop this from wreaking havoc?
That's gonna be the real question there. Patty trying to go for a boop right now. Here comes the blade up from Kronos. And Two Happy Ball, too late for the sandbagger. Seems like Wamen Nagi 2.0. When you have a bowl of ramen, it just comes piping on out, and it's absolutely delicious. Wamen Nagi 2.0 though, still trying to survive. Charlotte with the onslaught, using that primal rage, and gets his zaps on yet again. Still on the right hand side. There's the boop yet one more time. Fundrick though, with a kill on the Elixirine. And here comes Charlotte right now into the forefront yet again. Kronos with another tag. This Genji specialist looking really good so far. Two Happy Ball finally getting a boop on back, but here comes the Noryusu with his ball instead. And now ball versus ball action, gonna be waiting just a little bit because Fundrick is down for the count. Zombich in the meantime stalling for time with the Primal Rage, but Wamen Nagi 2.0 needs to make a decision. Do they win it out here and now, or do they go for a reset into this instance? And Noryusu though, so close to the edge. Good stick from Inbox, catching out Kronos. Izumi trying to get the Deadeye on, catches out Fundrick, and UwUwatch having the numbers so far. Cuz though with a punch yet again, Two Happy Ball in the middle. Charlotte finally with the jump. And this seems like this might be UwUwatch to the win. But as I say that, Patty now with the sound barrier, keeping Cuz alive, who's listingly fragging out with the punches so far. This Doomfist getting so much value. And UwUwatch looking to be worse for wear actually, as Wamen Nagi 2.0 popping the support ult. Every fight is winnable for them. And this is the blue hand side cleaning up in Noah. That's overtime will tick on down. And that is 100-0 into this matchup.
My God, that last fight was really intense. It went on either, like, it could have went either team, right? It went back and forth real quick, but at the end, Wamen Nagi just takes it, like steals the round from them basically. Like when that play, like Izumi was ulting and then Charlotte gave the bubble. I thought that was the turning point. It was a really nice set play there, but yeah, it was just they were just overwhelmed by Wamen Nagi's offense.
It's ridiculous how flexible Wamen Nagi is, because
I
looking
know.
so good on that DPS right now. It's as if he's the
And
DPS.
it's Widow
main in
versus
this one.
Widow.
But Widow versus Widow, as you said, Invox will swap over to the Tracer Seas. The Widow's like, nope, I'm not gonna have any of that. And it is an aggressive dive here for UwUwatch instead. They don't have the Lucio though, it's a Moira and Diana, so all about the sustain, but they do need to catch up with their tanks. Sets up his Elixir to find the angles of Two Happy Ball to get in position. And for UwUwatch right now, they need to find a way to really deal with his Widowmaker. And as I say that, Izumi with the frag on back. Headshot after headshot on both sides. Here comes the Reinhardt though, as well as the Zarya of Zombich and Funtrick. Very interesting medium here from Wamen Nagi 2.0. They play the brawling composition when their opponent decides to play the dive. And it's working wonders here for Wamen Nagi. All they need to do is force Inbox off, and that is going to be the first gap going in favor of the blue hand side.
Nice initial fight there, but I was like surprised. I thought they would stick with a Widow since they're I think they could have stayed with a Widow there, in my opinion. Playing a dive and just letting the two Widows battle it out. I don't think either one is better than the other. As for but I'm not too sure about that. I don't have the exact stat.
Right.
But yeah, here we go with watch the attack.
Izumi gonna get those frags on here because the Coalescence into play. Deadeye not connecting. And this has been Izumi with the hat trick there. Shot right now from Zombitch. That kill does eat the pulse bomb though. Inbox getting a stick just in time. Sandbar here. Oh no, it seems like that is gonna be Kronos disconnecting as well. And Wamen Nagi 2.0.
Unfortunate.
Same thing. Same issue last
It's
time.
it's a classic. When there's no arc, it's Kronos, right? I believe it. This also happened in Dax Bug, right? For
Ah,
Kronos.
this happened the
We-
last time they played. This happened the last
Oh,
time
okay.
Kronos played. That
Mhm.
was it was a
Unfortunate.
big interesting time there. But UwUwatch right now does get the capture, and in the meantime, you know what we can always do when we hear that peeping sound over and over again: mute the game and talk about what went on the first map. So yeah, Mr. Fascinate, very interesting, well map. Seems like for UwUwatch, they were just unable to really find the final blows at the
Mhm.
tail end, and Wamanagi able to sustain, survive, and show up with the Doomfist on Kuz's side.
Right. Even though Kuz got picked off on that against that McCree, I believe. It wasn't really like uh the whole offense was anchored on the Widow, right? They had Orion Zarya and the Lucio Moira to beat. So they could just if Uwatch went out and just committed uh almost all of their resources towards the Widow, then their front line would get shattered immediately because this is Orion Zarya we're talking about. And with the Lucio, that's even scarier. And we're not even talking about with the Doomfist um still, but yeah, um again, I do think that Overwatch should have went with the Widow in my opinion, because that would have enabled um Kuz to, to be more um aware against the Widow, and not just to get free hits off of their Overwatch backline, since they're playing dive. And as to if Invox does kill off Kuz there, it will definitely snowball towards Overwatch's favor.
Yeah,
So the Tracer pick was very interesting indeed.
yeah, exactly. So anyway, seems like Chrono's gonna be back into the fold, inboxing out for their side. Waminagi ready to go as well, and let's get back into this one. Stop the ticking, and let's get back into the matchup. We're just making sure everything is fine and dandy then. So hopefully Kronos can keep things up. Seems like he's still having issues though. Actually, we'll make sure he's a-okay real quick. But
Right.
yes, he's been doing so good on the Genji so far. And what can you really say about his Genji?
His Genji is very, very good. It's phenomenal to like see what he can do with that hero. We've seen a lot of Genji specialists so far in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Like Calamitous, definitely. We should check his Genji out. Saito, and who else? Timora, have she played Genji?
I
I don't remember.
I don't remember too because
Yeah, I
that's
don't
not.
remember, but yeah, she also plays Genji whenever I play with her. So yeah, so it just goes to show that in this invitational, Genji can still deal some damage, even though he's kind of considered not the best pick uh, as far as competitive goes.
It's if you are able to really capitalize on playing the Genji, then you will do wonders
Yeah,
with it. As UwUwatch right now, back into the action we go. They do have the point in their favor. They also have that time to boost online Norisu right now with the mindset on up into the front line. And Charlotte backing on out. Primal Rage is in hand. UwUwatch right now, diving aggressively again. The Winston now, Nana boost up. Charlotte's gonna get attacked onto one. Elixiring on the board as well. And well, for UwUwatch, really good push here onto the Ruin side. They found the footing with the mines. They're able to get the aggression on, and seems like for Overwatch, this is really such a big component of their identity, playing aggressive, playing into the front line, playing proactively, and getting things done.
right. And yes, aggressive playstyle is the way to go if you're dealing with that kind of sluggy Reinhardt Zarya composition. You want to set up as soon as possible and get the better position. But yeah, they switched off to a Reaper now,
Yeah,
and let's
could
see
see
what
with the
they want.
Reaper.
Yeah, they're trying to do here.
Let's see how close this can be for Kuz, as he does want to target down Charlotte as well as Inori use it first, but Inbox with full momentum there. Pulse Bone connecting punch are gonna go down. Izumi getting the dead eye on. And it seems like Team UwUwatch finally making God's bleed, making Wamen Nagi feel mortal as UwUwatch gets the push on back. If I remember correctly, actually, Mr. Yuki, that's Wamen Nagi has not lost a map as of yet. Not only match score, but also map score has been absolutely perfect. And it would be so interesting if UwUwatch is the first one who can actually take a map away from the Wamen Nagi 2.0 squad. Here comes Zumbich with a jump on in again. Funtrick right now playing the Roadhog instead. Overtime now ticking on down. Mines are stable, but Funtrick gonna get the catch onto
Good
Izumi.
initial pick off.
Wamen Nagi though, with the Deadeye being primed, Kronos gonna get on the board. Inori's with a tag back on, and Kuz in behind, taking care of two happy balls. Wamen Nagi with the push, finally getting the overrun on, and this should be enough for them to get the flip. All they need to do right now is make sure Invox and Izumi aren't gonna be able to get the touch. Seems like that's the case. The blue hand side right now with some progress yet again on to their objective.
Right, and we thought that Funtrick would play ball here, but he opted for a hog, which means like they're probably pissed off and want to just straight up kill either the Winston or the ball here. I think that's their play.
I feel like that's the case too, as here comes soundbite right now from Patty. They're gonna try to make things work already with more of that shield play online. Izumi right now though starting alive. Funtrick though frags out Getsu, and Wamen Nagi 2.0, man, seems like it's just a little bit of mortality there as the sticks of River right now, just keeping things up so solid with all of Wamen Nagi getting into the front line. 81% and counting, looking really good so far.
Right, exactly. Looking good so far, and they almost have four of their. But oh, Inowar is so really huge. Frag there over Kronos, and this might spell doom for Wamen Nagi.
Yeah, here comes Subject though being bounced around. Zombit right now with the Primal Rage. And Wamen Nagi 2.0 is trying to stay alive. Charlotte though with the Primal Rage already. Here comes the Deadeye though from Izumi. Look for a lock on here and there. UwUwatch getting the point back. And Kronos. Okay guys, we need a Kronos count. We need a Kronos count every single time Kronos disconnects. Wamen Nagi is gonna be like, oh, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt them a lot.
Did he DC'd when he died, or like before or after he died, or because if he DC'd before, then that's really lucky
That's
that
so
he
unlucky.
positioned, yeah, a bit in front. As Chipso would say, it's unlucky.
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 Is that how it is? It has how it
Mm.
is. Anyway, poor Kronos again disconnecting for the second time
Right.
this map, and that's the thing to note for the stats guy there. And this honestly allowed
Mm.
UwUwatch to stabilize on the point a lot easier. Good initiation though from Inurusu and Charlotte. A lot of focus fire
Right.
onto the Reaper right now, who's coming into the horizon with the Death Boss in hand. And honestly, this might be may maximum by entire DC timer. Kinda, but we'll just wait first. I'll just wait first. So we do have we have a soft maximum, but we don't really want to impose on it yet. But back to my points, this is UwUwatch really finding a really good spot onto the objective. They're all the way concentrated far out the Reaper. They're making sure that they are going to be clearing every little bit of this points. And honestly, for UwUwatch, they're looking really potent to find their way back and to find a map in their favor.
Right. And do you think with the changes for the DPS lineup, aside from Kronos DCing, do you think um the DPS lineup made a change as to why Overwatch is doing like damage? Actually, like they're on the verge of taking one more map, and if ever they win the third map as well and taking one map off, do you think it's because of the DPS lineup, or do you think Overwatch is just prepared overall?
I think it's a little bit of two. You don't see Kuz every day on that DPS. Chronos coming back in, but also has all those technical issues. While we have said UwUwatch has been on the uprise, on the uptake, and really looking good so far through the new wave invitations. But anyway, let's get back into the action and let's get back into the fold. As this is UwUwatch right now, looking to make sure that they can get the capture on. Still Wamen Nagi 2.0 staying on the left hand side. Kuz actually surviving. Death Blossom in hand, and Charlotte trying to sustain there. Izumi and Vox getting the frags instead. UwUwatch getting a point on back, making this as close as can be. 199 in that matchup.
Man, I love it when our first map ends up as 1-1, and it really goes to show like it kind of dictates what we're going to see further down the series. Yeah, I'm just excited like to be able to watch more good ass Overwatch with Mr. Dax PH. Now that I'm finally awake.
You're finally awake,
Yes.
and have you transferred your sleepiness to everyone else? Is that how it is when Fascinate
Yes.
is awake? The world is asleep. But hey, Wamen Nagi 2.0, they do need to get this last map to try and keep their map record alive. In the
And a
meantime,
Soldier Reaper for the side of Wamen Nagi. An interesting duo, DPS duo indeed.
you know, it's basically something very old school here from Wamen Nagi. Play that Reaper and the Soldier 76 together, but
That's
still
nice.
with the Will and the Winston, they are going to be making opportunities that you would be able to see way back when. Here we go though with Wamen Nagi 2.0 floating around with that Reaper, trying to get the push on. Inbox in the meantime still on that Tracer, and he's pretty still so far playing the flank game. Focus fire right now onto the Winston yet again. Izumi and Vox on the board. Ooh, watch all over the opposition. Looking for a one clip, takes care of Vigilance there. Here comes the Resurrection though, and it seems like overall it's still the side of UwUwatch looking to get this capture.
The tenacity of both teams were really amazing on that initial attack. Both Zombitch and Charlotte are trying to create space for their teams, and yeah, overall, what we're seeing here, Wamen Nagi just being able to cap the point. But here we go, a retake for UwUwatch side.
Yeah, Coalesce is there, used up by two. Happy Ball, UwUwatch having a lot of tools in their trade. Wamen Nagi though still holding on to this objective as they got the first capture. But here for UwUwatch right now, they are getting those frags on the board. Seems like Patty, the Sapphire there gets cancelled up, but still Patty gonna get that kill onto Izumi instead. Wamen Nagi 2.0 cleaning up the point, making sure the My Target be there. Kronos is fragging in behind, and Wamen Nagi, another fight going in their favor.
From the shadows.
Wow. Okay. Oh my god, really?
You sound so dumbfounded with how well these two teams are playing, but it really goes to show the amount of practice Wamen Nagi 2.0 as well as UwUwatch has already attained into this one. Very close on the damage department, UwUwatch actually ahead, but for kills, well, it is still all Wamen Nagi, making sure those frags matter, making sure that they go those takedowns at proper times. And right here, right now, we are gonna see Wamen Nagi 2.0 trying to play this Reaper yet again. That Blossom drop gonna be such a potent thing. Funcher kicking in nap though with those vines in hand. In the meantime, Inbox right now recalling on a wave. Pulse Bomb is available, uses it up onto the wall, and for UwUwatch, they just need to win one more engagement. They need to win one more time to get that point. For Wamen Nagi though, if they hold one last time, they might be able to get the objective here. Touch though here from Charlotte, as well as an over Yusu, and UwUwatch gets a point for free. Nagi cannot sustain, cannot survive against all of this. Charlotte would judge up again. Nada boosted up. And for UwUwatch, they are trying to get the push on all the way to spawn. Well. Tables have turned truly here on Ilios well, as we do see that it is just a basic outnumber by the opposition.
Much obliged.
Anyway, we got Charlotte right now, staying on the high ground, making sure everything is gonna be fine and dandy. And in the meantime, we got the Valkyrie available here for Vigilance. Wamen Nagi 2.0 trying to get this push on, but the Death Blossom from Kronos finally gonna get two. Big boop though, this time from Charlotte. Will get some value there, takes a page out of Patty's playbook. And well, for UwUwatch as well as Wamen Nagi 2.0, you can really see shades of both teams on both sides. Here comes Daks and Visor though coming into play because trying to get the tracking on in the Warriors with perfectly placed mines. And Team UwUwatch able to hold for the time being. Wamen Nagi 2.0 unable to get the capture on, and it really goes to show they're gonna need a little more planning if they do want to play against the agents. They don't used to. Still on that ball. Has a pretty chill game so far with 10k damage, with 10 eliminations to his name, with 16 assists as well. But beyond all that, it has really been the inbox and its Yumi show here for the right hand side. But on Kuz's end, well, he has been doing so well. As we said, he's the one who usually plays the support against the opposition with Hanamura as well as Arcane on the team. But with them both banned out, basically, that it is going to be all time for Kuz to show his work and show his stuff. Because right now, fragging on out again, really giving chase against the Moira. Both on right now, though, from Inbox, looking to get a frag onto a soft target, but it just doesn't happen. And this is UwUwatch right now, throwing bodies to the floor, throwing to the points. Overtime now taking on down yet again. They are going to be able to get the capture on back. Wamen Nagi 2.0, 95% in counting. Can they finish things up? Can they take Ilios? Can they actually keep their map streak alive? As Izumi gonna fall on down. Heartbreaking affair here for UwUwatch. Charlotte, though, looking to play it clutch. And here comes a coalescence from 2 Happy Ball as well. Seems like for UwUwatch, they are gonna playing on the inside and the out again. Here comes Cronus now back into the fight. And it's up to Zombage to get some big hoops along the way. Charlotte, though, already using that lead to try and still stay alive. Here comes the mines right now, and nowhere to use with a perfect place on the objective. But it's Bontrick actually doing his aim. It's a 2-for-2 trade with the same ability. Such an even matchup between our two wrecking balls. Wamen Nagi 2.0 still trying to survive, but oh, it's a C9. It's Wamen Nagi who takes it because UwUwatch doesn't get a step in time. Good body block there from Kuz to prevent the Soldier 76 from getting the touch on.
Play of the game.
Play of the game over to Kronos. Well, even with all those disconnects, still able to get play of the game. It seems like the Reaper getting the proper shutdown, Death Blossom in hand, able to just really get in the face of their opponents. And well, Wamen Nagi 2.0 with the initial victory. What a close last map that was, and well played to both sides. So there you go, that was map number 1, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back. We'll just make sure everything is fine and dandy on the sides of the players in terms of technical aspects. Stay tuned. This is the New Wave Invitationals. We will be back very soon. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like all our technical issues on the player side gonna be a-okay till Kronos suddenly disappears yet again. But that was a very interesting Ilios map, and well, it seems like, well, wasn't the biggest battleground, it was Lighthouse instead. But hey, a 2-1 victory there for Wamen Nagi 2.0. They did pretty impressive actually in that map itself, and just a big kudos to Kuz showing on up with the DPS, able to really get some value with all his picks. The Doomfist out of nowhere, honestly surprising every single player on both teams. And well, on Lighthouse, it really was a number of trades here and there, but unfortunately, it was just the Soldier 76 of UwUwatch's side, unable to get the touch in time. Good body block there from the Soldier 76 at the tail end, and such a good display there from Wamen Nagi 2.0. UwUwatch, though, has proven that they are here to really face off against the best of the best in the New Wave Invitationals, and they're only getting better and better into this game. If you think about Kronos, you know, he's one of those Genji mains, like you can think about here, the New Wave Invitationals. You got Calamitous, you got Timora, you got Freak, you got so many different Genji players actually looking to really enjoy the hero. And Kronos is just one of them, but he is more dedicated on his craft, that's for sure. But anyway, though, it seems like our second map is in order, as Ilios was taken there by Wamen Nagi 2.0 2-1. King's Row gonna be our next one on the list, and well, it is really just such a standard map for pretty much every single team to begin with. Everyone knows how to play King's Row, everyone loves King's Row, and it is a good time overall. But let's quickly look into the stats of the DPS as well. So here for aside of Wamen Nagi 2.0. Very interesting to note that Kuz is at 17 average eliminations per 10 minutes, but he is using the stats there from his support. So this is his first foray into DPS, and so far he's doing a wonderful job. Kronos, though, playing that Genji, playing that Reaper, 21 average eliminations per 10 minutes, 7.6 on average damage on the other side of the coin, though. It's Invox is usually the one you see for UwUwatch being the stable DPS with 20 eliminations per 10 and 7.6 average damage. Izumi Zagiri basically having a little bit of a resurgence right now, doing really good. 19 average eliminations though for him and 6.378 in terms of average damage. Should be a good time to raise that stats because it's Kadena on the bench for this matchup. But anyway, we are going to be looking to see if everything is good to go. And it seems like both of our sides are ready for this next map. Map number 2, King's Row, and Wamen Nagi gonna be opting to go for the attack instead. UwUwatch gonna be on the defense. And let's get it on, let's get it done. It's time for the second game of this pretty close rivalry, this sibling rivalry, you can honestly say, in this matchup. Wamen Nagi takes on UwUwatch yet again. Into the streets of King's Row we go.
Let's get it on, and I'm sorry for vanishing like that. I'm back
Welcome
in
back.
Etivac, and I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Welcome
Yeah,
back.
but yeah, some things to note, like last fight, as you've said, it really could have went both sides, right? Especially on that last attack. And Fontrick and Inoa both on the ball, just popping up like as long as they need to like step up like that in order to win, especially for Inoa. I believe the Charlotte Inoa tank combo is the key um, for UwUwatch here if they want or two or preferably like all the next. But yeah, seeing King's Row for our second map of the series, King's Row map that's beloved by every single one of us. I don't think there's a player that hates this map. Don't you think so?
Ah. I
I
mean,
don't know.
someone's gonna say that they hate Kings Row because everyone keeps saying, "Oh, you know, everyone loves Kings Row."
I
Then
mean, yeah, that's
someone's gonna be like
there's
that.
going to be that hipster, yeah.
Counterculture, man. Counterculture. But feel Papa fascinates. Instead of sounding like a proud Papa, let's see what compositions these two teams are going to be bringing to the table. So UwUwatch going to be on the defense versus Ryan Zari here from Hanamura Yusu as well as Charlotte. And it's a May McCree with the Moira and Ansu. A lot of healing here for UwUwatch. Not much on the speed side, but hey, they still have that utility. They have the sustain. And I feel like for UwUwatch, there's going to be a very stable composition against the upcoming dive with a Widowmaker to boot from Wamen Nagi's side.
All right, now Funtrick and Azombich are setting up now in this high ground, and they're looking to dive once probably see the bubbles come out here
Zombie
for
right
Charlotte.
Yeah, trying to see where they can leap on, or maybe just drop down, so they don't want to use their abilities as of yet. And the thing about their dive right now here for Wamen Nagi, they're not going to have much sustain with the Lucian Mercy to boot. Inbox though with the first frag already, taking care of Goods, good outsnipe there, taking care of the Spider. And this is the inbox show, 2 frags on the board at the very start. And this is UwUwatch taking the advantage. There's some really good kills here for the McCree. He gets 3, and we'll see if he can actually get all the way into this. But as I'm saying, you know, for UwUwatch to take advantage of their superior healing, they get the sustain, they can win the poke game. And well, for inbox, all he needs to avoid is a headshot, and he should be fine and dandy.
Right, and that was a good rotation there for Wamen Nagi. I do like that place, but Invox getting another pick off Zombich. But yeah, as I've said, a really good rotation there. They waited until everyone was can get into position, but at the end it took them like a lot of time that with that time Invox was able to get a pick off of Kuz, and that basically just weakened the offense for the side of Wamen Nagi. And yeah, Invox just getting the 3 kills basically ended that attack, and now that we're going to another pause here after
You know what's
Invox
weak in Wamen Nagi 2.0? We know what's weak in Wamen Nagi 2.0 right now, man. It is Kronos and his internet just cutting out every little bit. So, honestly, for Kronos, I would love to see him on something that gets a very fast ultimate, or a hero that doesn't need an ultimate too much. Like maybe the McCree, you know? You play that McCree, you're the one who just... The Deadeye can use it for the reload instead. It can be a good zoning tool, but trying to play something like a Genji and losing your ult chart...
where you really need your blade as soon as possible, and it's not ideal to have that blade up or almost up, and then suddenly your EDCs, right? And you have to farm that blade all over again. That's not gonna bode well for Kronos and for the whole Wamen Nagi squad.
Yeah, it's really painful here for Wamen Nagi that just mess up their ult economy, but seems like we are gonna get back into the action, and hopefully Kronos can withstand the whole match itself. But for UwUwatch, well, this is an opportunity for them. They are gonna be taking the advantage there. Kronos back on the Genji, still at 0% though, and well, for UwUwatch right now, they are going to be looking really ahead on the economy game strong. They are holding on in behind the hotel yet again, really giving ground to Wamen Nagi. But all they really need to do is shut down Kuz on that Widowmaker, and they should be fine and dandy to go for a brawl on the objective.
Yeah, exactly. And using the wall over the Widow, I don't think that's a very wise decision. I think you could have used that a bit more defensively, especially when Dumbit, like this one, dives. Just take out the Winston especially, but nonetheless, Charlotte getting a pick off of Kronos, and yeah.
Wamen Nagi still holding on, trying to go for the fight. Primal Rage
Oh.
gets met by the Graviton Surge here, Mr. Fascinate. Wow, UwUwatch really unleashing the beast there, but they have literally stabilized on one corner. It's like this is their base, this is their tree fort.
Right, exactly.
No Wamen Nagi allowed. UwUwatch looking really good so far.
They're utilizing that corner very effectively to cut Widow's line of sight. So that's really nice play from there. But I think that grab from Charlotte at the end was a bit of an overkill. I think they could have saved that. They didn't have to use that, in my opinion. But yeah.
It's a show,
But
of course,
I mean, true. But they
like
still have three ults to use, and
And the thing to
they
note,
need to
man,
be prepared for
they
Kronos
need to
Blade.
here for
Yeah, exactly.
here for us, Noamanagi's side is they have only got one kill so far. Bomb still doesn't secure it. It's Zombie the only one on the board. Sandbarrier right now, and Kronos gonna go for Dragon Blade. Eventually, Wamen Nagi 2.0 getting things done with Fontrick and a set of frags there. Finally, the dive connects, and this should be a capture here. But as I was saying, Wamen Nagi 2.0 over the course of 3 minutes only was able to get one kill. It took them the blade to get something done, and this is not the Wamen Nagi experience that I have signed up for.
Exactly, and yeah, as we said, Kronos with his blade is very deadly. And for a second, I thought they were going to use Mace ult as a counter to blade, but apparently they used it aggressively. So I think that was a kind of a misplay, like a missed opportunity right there for in Izumi, so that's a bit unfortunate. But now, Funtrick and Zombitch going back to the Reinhardt Bar combo, and let's see what Turtles will do here.
Yeah, onto the archway we go. It's an order use trying to hold the line. Invox still getting it the tag back. And Kronos says goodnight yet again. Out of time one more time. Kronos right now brought back into the fold. But for Wamen Nagi 2.0, they are trying to get the push on. Reinhardt right now out in front yet again. The Fire Strike gonna get tossed on over. Good flashbang though. Connecting into Noryusu and Kuz with the Bob from above. Gonna be some space and time bought here by Bob. But for Wamen Nagi 2.0, still unable to get the push even after the sleep there from Elixirine catching out the Bob on the other side.
A really good Bob there countering the Nano on the run, but here they get 3 people in the grab, and that just spelled disaster for Wamen Nagi. And now UwUwatch have the control over this arc again, once again, and they have a Shatter to play with, while Zombit
like...
is continue.
It really feels like Soup has gone cold here for the side of
Right.
Wamen Nagi.
Interesting rotations here. They're going to the left.
Yeah, here comes Wamen Nagi going all over to the side.
Right.
Do those backstreets. The backstreets boys are potentially back. And Wamen Nagi 2.0 heralding this comeback. But here comes the Shatter right now. Online here for Zombich as well as the Nova Ryusu. UwUwatch right now looking to still hold. The stun's gonna be absolutely important into this one. It's all about the top up here and now from the Warriors as well. Wamen Nagi finally making some space with that rotation, but the corner is the most essential part of this. Padito with the first frag, Soundbarrier online.
Invox getting way too aggressive there. He was way out and he doesn't have his shields to protect him. And good job, Funtrick, for catching that. And they have to back off here. They would want to regroup with Inbox back here before they fight, instead of going for a 6v5, since they have a lot of ults to work with for Wamen Nagi. And let's see what they are going to do here.
Izumi has that Reaper on, and
A very
Invox.
ballsy play from Kronos.
Invox
That's
went
for
for it.
sure.
Flashbang connects, but oh, that's a big shatter here for Zombich. Opening is made, and Noryusu with a counter shatter right now. Sandbarrier in response though, and then like this here from Wamen Nagi, he has popped over to that Moira. Huge Graviton Surge into the Death Blossom, and it's UwUwatch right now taking complete control of King's Row. Nomnix rights, no rights here from Wamen Nagi 2.0, because that's a perfect shutdown there from Charlotte, catching that one out. What a way to end it. UwUwatch holding Wamen Nagi to halfway through the map.
Right, good job on regrouping before fighting. I like that how they played it just to stall more time. And it's Kronos there with a really risky play of trying to get a lot of people from his ult. I think that could have worked if with his team. Yeah, with his team, they could have coordinated better while Kronos was ulting on that corner right there on that alley. The rest of the team should have pushed back. Sorry, not pushed back, pushed forward, and so that the attention wouldn't be focused solely on Kronos at the back, and that cost him. Like, I think that cost him the game. That was a missed opportunity because they had a lot of ults to work with, but yeah.
Seems like there's just so many missed opportunities here for Wamen Nagi.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah. Right now, we're seeing for Waminagi, they're opting for a Rhine Hog. They're anticipating another dive from UwUwatch here. That's why I think Funtrick is opting for the Roadhog here. And yeah,
Domination
let's see what
Patrick.
they can do with Reaper Roadhog.
Ryan, Roadhog, Reaper. I love close quarters, that's for
Yeah,
sure. I like with
right.
Wamen Nagi that they are really focusing to just punish any single kind of dive here from UwUwatch. And UwUwatch is going for it. They did go for the aggressive version. They have the Winston, they have the Wrecking Ball. Inbox will be playing that Widowmaker. Double hits kind of in behind, Mercy and to boots. And for UwUwatch, they are going to be looking to play statements down in the back line as Chaos is being really committed into the front instead because they're going to get the tag on. Here comes the Dynamite now throwing on over, but Funtrick with the flag catches out 2 Happy Ball. And Wamen Nagi with the Roadhog pick, getting some value with those initial frags. Pretty solid stuff, catching out Izumi.
Another
Funtrick.
hook by Funtrick. Now we're seeing like how you can effectively use Hog around this hotel and just keep people unaware of like a random hook out of nowhere. A really good play there.
Very interesting
Getting
swaps
that
actually
triple
here for
kill.
UwUwatch. Look at this. They go for the Ryan Zarya
Yeah.
immediately onto the Mei, onto the Moira, and on to the
To Brig.
Brigitte. So they do
Yeah.
move on to a more CQC oriented style. They do want to fight against the opposition in their own game, but have a little bit of that stun action and the dynamite to really go for a little more damage along the way. Charge now connecting though. Vigilance will go down. Good catch there from Minoru Yusu, but it is going to be Funtrick right now trying to keep the damage down. 2 Happy Ball with a mace to the face. Dynamite now connecting, and while Izumi might fall here as Kuz gets the shot on, Wamen Nagi 2.0 is just going to be having to prepare for above into the next fight.
Right. Good defense there for Wamen Nagi. I do want for UwUwatch, I do want them to use their Mei a bit Mei wall a bit more closely. Try and get try to divide Wamen Nagi here instead of just cutting off their
That's on the choke.
sorry.
Goes with the shatter. And no reason with the charge instead. Kuz and Fontra getting on the board. Here comes the Sapphire right now. And one defense from Wamen Nagi. It seems like here, Mr. Fascinate, that neither side really not understanding how to go on the attack this time. But 2 ticks have been taken though for UwUwatch, so they're slowly but surely getting some progress in this offense. But Wamen Nagi has tied things up on the kill count and has been looking pretty stellar, playing behind as well. Same kind of positioning for the defense, working out wonders now for Wamen Nagi 2.0.
Right, but they only need one more tick for UwUwatch, and let's see what they are going to do here.
That's very really cool.
Good
This
throw
is
up,
actually
almost grab here, right?
from
Yeah.
Elixirine. Biotic Orb, Shatter right now. Death Blossom though being tossed on. And it's Kronos with a spin, taking care of Charlotte. 2 frags on the board. Make that 3. Wamen Nagi 2.0. Another cleanup on duty. And it seems like for UwUwatch, this way to telegraph might have been a missing clear there from Elixirine.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's
But
just way too
now
early again.
on Wamen Nagi's defense, they only have Earth Shatter to work with on the next fight. If Funtrick can farm up his ult a bit quicker, then that would be great. A bit more help. But here, Charlotte Grav can probably make or break this attack.
Bradley is also online here, Mr. Fascinates, and we'll see if the Brigitte can get some value. Inbox right now protected by all of that, and that's a big one there from Charlotte. Blizzard as well as the bomb all tossed out. UwUwatch going for the full withdrawal, and with one thing only to take, they will take it. That is a pretty easy tiding there for UwUwatch. They will take control of that first point, and they have less than 3 minutes to win this map.
There we go. Like as I've said, that grab, it's all he needs to do is just to wait and let them group up a bit and just a huge grab. Just let Inoris of farm up his ult. Like so now they have this Earth Shatter to work with.
Yeah, and for UwUwatch, taking control already onto
And a
that
good
corner.
pick already.
Charlotte,
For Charlotte,
finding
this
that
doesn't
one.
bode well on Wamen Nagi's side.
Oh, Shatter though will connect, and Zombich will turn things around again. We have seen him do this before on the same map, and it is gonna be
My
another big Shatter
God.
from Zombich, getting some value, finds the opening, finds the opportunity. Wamen Nagi 2.0 with the team kill.
Instead of blocking, why not just Earth Shatter my own? And now I have my Earth Shatter. I can just like I don't need you. I don't need to block your Earth Shatter. I'm just gonna Earth Shatter my own. That and they. That's an easy defense for Wamen Nagi. Really good. A really close play there when thought it was going to end with a 6v5.
Yeah, pretty solid stuff now. UwUwatch though still has opportunities to try and make it over to the other side. Dead I know in behind, cause gonna get the catch on. Good high ground placement here from Wamen Nagi, and they're trying to play the turret game, and they're really doing well so far, taking advantage of what the map has to offer. Their offense wasn't the best, so they are really keeping things up on the defense instead.
Right,
They're trying to
right,
mitigate their
right,
disadvantage by having the advantage in positioning. And Wamen Nagi 2.0, again, another good cycle. 1 minute left for UwUwatch to try and get this
right.
map.
Good utilization, good ult economy for the side of Waminagi, and these small things is just like these are the kind of like small things that makes them considered the best team here in this invitationals, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, but now we're seeing an interesting rotation here for the side of Uwatch, taking this high ground. You know what? We don't need to push the payload yet. We still have 30 seconds to work with. Let's see what we can do. And Fontrick using his ult already to try and bail out some time.
It is going to be a make or break moment here for UwUwatch. They had a lot of respect there for Kuz. They did try to take high ground away from him. But here comes the Death Blossom from Kronos out of nowhere. Thank God he did it DC because they needed that ultimate. And Wamen Nagi 2.0
Exactly.
shutting down the offense immediately. Inbox though does get 3, but it's just not going to be enough. Elixirine, the only one left. Can she get the touch? She gets stunned away from the payload. And it's a fading dream there from UwUwatch as Wamen Nagi 2.0 still is able to clutch things out and wins on King's Row.
Man. Oh my god, dude. I thought Invox already had that. Oh, I thought, yeah, that was a really interesting play, but I think they overcommitted way too much, in my opinion. Like, they stalled for a long, long time. Yeah, Funtrick did kind of help that in this situation because he uses ult, but as soon as his whole hog was finished, I think they should have went in for the kill. And Invox, like, yeah, on that last play, his rotation was like a bit far, and that enabled them to like, or not enabled, but basically it was a 5v6 kind of fight because Invox was still rotating while they were fighting.
That's
And
true.
yeah, but man, when you thought what uh is like catching up, all of a sudden Fontrick, Zombich, they're like really just stepping up, whenever you really can count on this client to be able to clutch out a lot of team fights. And yeah, as you said, Zombich on this map, really incredible. A lot of clutch earth shatters. Not just on that map, like on this match, sorry, but on other against other teams as well. Um, Fun trick, really good picks with his Roadhog on the first 2 minutes on the defense. But yeah, it really goes to show how much um, it's going to be like tank battle between Charlotte Inoa Risu combo versus Funtrick and Zombich. And
Yeah,
so far, we're seeing Funtrick and Zombich just being the better duo so far.
yeah, they're doing a pretty good job, but it is getting closer and closer, that's for sure.
Right.
Seems like though we are going to be going to our halftime break because again, we need to fix some internets and get a little bit of an interview going. So we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wamen Nagi 2.0 first watch. This is the new Invitationals. Don't go away. Stick around, so we still have 2 more maps to go and another match after this one. So welcome back, guys, to the new wave Invitationals, and we got the dynamic DPS duo of Team UwUwatch here. It's both Izumi Sagiri as well as Hinvox. So, gentlemen, how are you guys doing tonight?
We're having fun. We're good.
Yep.
Honestly, having
We're
fun
having
in the
fun.
game.
Alright, so there's Invox right there speaking first, and then Izumi's like, I'm in the background, guys. I'm there too. So, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about your duo right now. And speaking of duo, duo on the other side, it's very, very interesting. So, first things first, how do you guys prepare for this matchup coming into Wamen Nagi? And were you surprised to see a different set of DPS on Wamen Nagi's end when you came into this match?
Yeah, we're expecting Timora because Timora is always the DPS on Waminagi.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Si Kuya Izumi, tulungan mo.
Uh,
I got
oh,
I got the two of you for a
really,
reason. You gotta catch
we're,
each other, okay?
we're just having fun. Wala talaga kaming idea sa kalaban namin kung anong main nila.
I'm surprised. That's a very surprising thing because you guys are both basically under the Yumi family, and you can really say that both teams are backed by Mama Yumi. There, haven't you guys have like some inter scrims or like inter trade secrets that kind of thing? Know about the other team, that kind of thing. Isn't that something you guys do, or what's it all about? Or is it this really your first time ever playing with Wamanagi?
Minsan kasama din namin sa paglalaro si Kuya Kals tsaka si Kuya Vigilance. Pero hindi ko nakikita palagi na nagdi-DPS si Kuya Kals kapag kasama namin siya.
Kaya ako first time ko lang sila makakalaban lahat.
Oh, that's really interesting to note. Oh, Papa Fascinate, you're not doing a really good job bringing your family together. Papa Nate.
Bakit ako?
Of course, because you are the
Bakit
you are the
parang kasalanan ko?
breadwinner. You are the one who keeps the fire lit in that. Wait, I don't know. Actually, I don't know how the roles work in the house. I just show up. I just show up, wake up from the bed and stuff like that. But speaking of that, well, I've seen you guys trade the McCree a bit between Invox and Zumi. Why is that so? You guys are so
Hindi
prepared,
namin pinagplanuhan palagi yung
Is that
DPS
like parang
namin.
paunahan? Ako Korea, una.
Yeah, it's like yoink.
Una ako
McCree
Korea.
now. It's like we got the two quiet kids in class to recite together, and now the parent doesn't want to talk at all. It's just like, well, this is the script we got, and there you go. That's the thing. That's what we wanted to. But let's just talk about some of the good things you guys have been able to do so far. Some really good shots with McCree from both Invox and Izumi. I've seen Invox pop off with that Tracer as well as that last play with the McCree Deadeye. So how have you guys been practicing? Because honestly, UwUwatch is really one of the teams that are getting better and better every week. How are you guys practicing on that department? Because we already grilled basically in the Inowaryusu on the tank role. So let's talk about the DPS this time. What is the a day in the life in the UwUwatch training regiment, so to speak?
Play solo queue.
Mm-hmm.
And hindi kami masyado nakapag-practice kasi hindi yung sleeping schedule namin is hindi pantay-pantay.
Oh, that's
Kaya
interesting.
solo queue na lang.
Custom game, aim arena. Ganun lang. Tapos, redeem game also before playing Overwatch.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with that stuff. And well, thank you guys for coming on into this little mid-match interview. Before you go, do you have any little tidbits you want to share with us before the next upcoming two maps? Something that might be bringing you guys the edge for this match?
Magpapasaba ko kay Kodina
Oh, wow.
before the two games. Yeah.
I see. I guess that's one way to go about it. It's like, sub me out. I'm done. I'm good. I'm gonna take a nap. That's a pretty big brain play to go on. So besides that, guys, anyone you want to shout out before anything else?
Shout out to everyone that supports UwUwatch. Hello guys.
Yep. Hello.
I love it. We really picked the kids who are the first
Yeah,
ones to get out of the classroom, that kind of thing,
they're
and
just oozing with confidence.
yes, it's like I can
Oozing with
feel I can
confidence.
feel the absolute bravado from these guys. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming on into a very very interesting mid match interview. You guys can scoot on over back to your classroom with the rest of Watch, and well, good luck to you
Thank
guys.
you.
Try
Thank
and
All
get
right,
out
thank
of
you,
this
thank
one.
you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you too. And yeah, I'll give them an A for effort, that's for sure. But well, new invitationals, man. We'll see what the rest of Watch can really do, as we are gonna be moving into an escort map. What do you think so far? Do you think that Watch has it in them to actually get things done, especially on the DPS side?
seeing as far as the two games so far, you can really see how close, and it just goes to show like which players on either side of teams can um like try and clutch it out for them. So for example, on the side of Waminagi, Zombich just pulling out some insane earth shatters last fight. Um but yeah, goes to show like how big of a deal um like one individual uh player can do, especially if he's on fire, right? And yeah, it's just like a small push. Like they have it already. Like they're just missing this one little piece of something, and if they find out, if like they figured it out, they're probably going to take the last two map.
That's true. I feel like there's a little more refinement there for Overwatch might really give them the edge, because they have shown that they can really put Wamen Nagi down to the wire, both on Ilios as well as King's Row. And one really notable part of that one has to be that support line. As here we go, we look going on here. We got Vigilance and Patty for Wamen Nagi 2.0. On the other side, it's UwUwatch with Elixirine and 2 Happy Ball. And the first thing you can really notice is, well, for Vigilance, it's absolutely ridiculous with his stats. Almost 11k on the average healing and 4.17 on the average damage. Really above and beyond many of his peers. But he doesn't get too many eliminations. He's too busy healing everyone else. Patty, though, a very aggressive Lucio. And it does show 21.95 average eliminations. Getting those moves, getting those takedowns. But on the other side, Elixirine with the top of as well as 2 Happy Ball, both at the 7,000 mark for average healing per 10 minutes. Really goes to show that they do have a pretty stable support line there. But for Vigilance, well, this guy is just a healing machine. He finds ways to heal you that you didn't expect, and he can really get the damage on with the Coalescence to boot.
Agree with you there.
That's true. That's true. You just seeing Vigilance either on that Mercy or a Moira, then it is an absolute impressive way to go about things. But hey, seems like we are getting substitutions actually here for Team Watch, and it's Jack as well as Kadena coming on in for this matchup. We got Kadena right now playing that DPS. We got Jack playing that support as well as Elixirine, and then Vox gonna be battling on out. What do you think about these substitutions, Mr. Fascinate? What is up with Watch right now?
Um, Jack isn't Jack supposed to be their PS player?
I
I,
think
I I remember him playing as DPS for what?
maybe he's a flex. He's a flex right now because they do put in Cadena, and Izumi is there as well. We'll figure it out though. We'll figure it out if the
Right,
roles are gonna
right.
be a-okay. So we can just fix that one out in
So they're
just
kind
a
of
bit.
so they're kind of mixing up their um like they're mixing some things up. So they maybe this is their way of saying like maybe this is the missing piece that we're looking for. So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, it seems like we will know though our next map pick, and it is going to be Havana. Another time that we actually get this map, which is very interesting because I don't see it picked too often, but apparently here in the new invitationals, it's something that people love picking up in the first place.
Right. And yeah, I I personally don't like this map because it feels very defense heavy, especially like on the second and third map where it's just like on the second map it's really hard to defend against because the defenders have like high ground advantage wherever you go. And on the third map it's just actually on on the third and first map just very long sight lines to cover. And if you can't like take take space against a defender that's utilizing all that long line of sights, it's going to be really hard for you to push. But yeah, while we're waiting for Dak to, I don't know, getting he probably got bitten by his cat. That was a weird shout by him, but pretty
What are you
awesome. I don't know.
What are you talking about, Mr. Fascinate? I just want to talk about Havana, and Havana is a pretty chill map. There's a lot of open space, a lot of open skies. You have that second part as well. I'm like, what are you talking about? My cat's is chill. My cat's is taking a nap behind me. That's what usually
Okay, that's
happens
that's
in.
good to hear. That's good to hear. I thought you're like screaming for you're like help, screaming
No,
for
no,
help.
no, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. That's how life is sometimes. It seems like it's finally time to get into our third map. It's UwUwatch versus Wamen Nagi yet again. And for Wamen Nagi, well, this is match point. If they take this, well, we are gonna be basically done in terms of match point. But we still have a fourth map to play, that's for sure. In the meantime, on UwUwatch's side, they are gonna be looking for redemption and potential reverse sweep. Always a fun thing to think about. But into another map we go. Let's get it on, let's get it done, and let's get into the third map of this set.
All right, now, yeah, it's going to be what Codina and Jack will bring to the table. Yeah, what they will bring to the table now that we've seen. Yeah, I actually don't remember Codina and Jack playing the DPS and support role respectively. But yeah, oh, okay, I see what's going on right here. So Inoue Riso is opting to go for that DPS, and Codina is going to be their flex tank. So this is more in line with what their true roles are. Um,
It's really interesting,
as for
actually.
Codina, I guess. As for Codina.
So yeah, we
So
do.
Inoue Riso opting for a Mei. Yeah, exactly. So
Chill.
Sigma. Oh wait, I thought somebody.
No, no, no. I swapped them over.
Okay.
Just swap them over. Make sure our
Okay.
set is ready to go.
All
So
right,
again, I think
right, right.
UwUwatch forgetting to tell us that
Yeah,
it
yeah.
seems like yeah. They knew. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong, and
I
yeah, there you go.
see.
There you go. Because that's
All
why it
right.
didn't fit. So interesting. Thank you guys. Thank you. Great production, guys. Thank you UwUwatch for getting things done. And guys, next time that happens, I won't reset it.
we can we can
Final
we
warning. Final warning.
yeah.
Like it's not a hard rule. They just stop memeing. Don't meme during these things because
Yeah.
it's something, that's for sure. Like UwUwatch and Wamanang, you go in the third map. And yeah, so it is Kadena on the McCree. We got the No Ryusu on the tank again.
It's not
And
my
yeah,
value
UwUwatch gonna be looking to try and figure things out after a very interesting role spot, but it is the double shield gonna be coming into a play like this. So just don't kind of keep things serious a little bit, but Wamen Nagi in the meantime with the 2-0 advantage, and they really have basically a lot of confidence within themselves, as you've been talking about. It's just all about the flexibility here and there, and it really goes to show that for Wamen Nagi, well, they have a very solid roster to round things up every single way.
Right, exactly. Now we're seeing a Sigma Orisa lineup for Overwatch, and is this a comp that kind of utilizes like the long sight lengths of Havana? But I'm not I'm not like really um well informed. Like I don't follow Overwatch League that much anymore. So I don't know if this kind of composition is still viable or not. But yeah, let's see what Overwatch will bring to the table with this
It
lineup.
works from time to time. It really depends on the hero bans in itself. But since we are playing an open pool here and now, you
Yeah.
can really see the weakness of the double barrier in a situation like this. The Rhino Zarya literally overrunning the opposition with all the damage that they can do. And Yusu and Charlotte cannot keep up whatsoever in terms of the tanking. Because without those barriers, they're very, very easy to get overrun. And well, Wamen Nagi 2.0, quick opening, able to make things happen.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to play that double shield, you need to be a bit more dominant on where you want to fight, not just going back and back and back. You need to be able to hold a position um, like with confidence, basically.
UwUwatch trying to be confident though onto that second floor. They're playing to the ramp, they're playing to the corner. But Kodina in the meantime trying to get the flank on, and Kronos unable to get spotted there. Kodina almost getting the flashback, didn't happen. UwUwatch right now looking for a few more picks here, and they're onto this high ground. But they're the one who gets picked off instead. Rusu going on down. Kronos now with the blade. Flashback will connect, but Kodina cannot go for the finish. Izumi instead with the tag on back, but Charlotte is gone yet again. And UwUwatch without that front line looking very, very difficult, very, very dangerous for them. Wamen Nagi is just steamrolling onto this map.
And again, they're just giving a lot of space for the defender to just basically just this is a free push. That fight, that mini fight on the second point wasn't really a fight because um, they also just basically gave the high ground to the defender. I mean the attackers. So just giving away decisive possessions such as those will really deteriorate your defense, especially on the second map. Though I'm expecting them to do a bit like utilize the long sideline with this nano blade here from Izumi.
Yeah, Uzumi Sagiri as well as Jap working things out.
There we go.
That is a clean one there. Finally, UwUwatch getting back on the
There
board.
we go.
That is spawn advantage so in favor of Wamen Nagi 2.0. They come out immediately and see that payload. Kronos in the meantime looking for still a drink or two back in the warehouse. But now it's time to get off your butt and look for this push. They are gonna try to get a glug on and bring it all the way to that ancient castle on the other side. The ancient fortifications there.
Right.
Because though with tag 1-1, barrier is in place. No Ryusu trying to survive, but it's just not gonna happen. A really awkward Rhino Whistle right now here from UwUwatch. It seems like they're caught mid-transition. They're trying to go for a little bit of a different comp, and Wamen Nagi says, thank you very much. This is looking pretty easy to actually penetrate on.
Right, and I also like the swap to the I keep forgetting the Hanzo. Sorry, the Hanzo. I was about to call him Sova. What the hell? Okay, the Hanzo here for Kronos, utilizing a lot of these long pipelines again, and yeah, a strong shield breaker with his storm arrows, but he gets brought down by Cordina. A very good initial pick here for the defense side.
Grenade looking around, and we do see Zombies now getting into the forefront and already used to with that Fire Strike again. And for Team UwUwatch, it is all about the stall one more time. Playing the Arcway game, trying to figure out how to get things done, get in the way. Zombies though gets the pin, and Ilios gonna go down. Wamen Nagi 2.0, they will not give any quarter whatsoever. There is gonna be the shatter on. That is just gonna be absolute punish onto the fortification grounds. And Wamen Nagi looking for the push. Seems like they will be able to get it. Shatter right now from no reason, way too far off, and that is gonna be a 329 time bank for a full cap here for Wamen Nagi.
Man, Wamen Nagi just breezed through Havana like it was like they scrimmed the Havana 24/7. That was really a dominant attack there for Wamen Nagi, and yeah, we saw UwUwatch bring out that Orisa Sigma on that defense, but I don't think they were decisive on what they should do and where they should position themselves to, because we've seen for 2 points that they tried to held one corner or one high ground, but as soon as the shield breaks down, they press W and back and just give a lot of space, just give free push to the payload, and just enabled them to like yeah, it's kind of like disheartening to an extent because they were playing really well on the last two maps, but for this Havana, they just gave up a lot of space on those 2 points. But here's hoping that they would turn things around. Now going to the Reinhardt Diva composition for Inoa and Charlotte. And we saw what Izumi can do with his Genji. Now we're going. Let's see if he can still keep up his aggressive play and carry UwUwatch to victory.
Fine Diva here for UwUwatch. They are going to go for the push, try to contest that high ground with the mech gameplay as well. Kadena though taking take down on the Kronos after the Widowmaker is basically forced off position by Charlotte. So for UwUwatch, it seems like they are going to be looking to get the advantage with the Brian Diva, looking to get some value with the repositions on the other side. They have already cleared that first corner. Pretty good sidelines here and now for Team UwUwatch. They just need to be wary of where the Widowmaker is going to be coming from. Seems like the high ground in order though here for Kronos. And in the middle of the warehouse, gets a shot into Izumi already. Grabbing over the restriction. As the Genji brought back into the fold. Kuzo in the meantime, Derek connects. Patty right now with a sound wave as well. And Wamen Nagi 2.0 with a quick rotation on, and they get the push, a little bit of advance there from the McCree, leading to kill after kill after kill. Team UwUwatch surprised by the sudden lethality there, forced to retreat, and Charlotte getting a demake along the way.
An icing on like the icing on top of the cake there with Charlotte getting staggered and a really good utilization of position by Kuz and Kronos, just taking a lot of these angles. And Kuzma, Kuz, not Kuzma. He's a different. He plays for a different league. But yeah, Kuz going for that off angle on the right, and that just basically like it made everything harder for UwUwatch, and that inevitably made them fall. But here comes another. Is this another?
No. They asked for a pause. Real
Oh,
quick.
okay.
And there you go. So it seems like Zombich needs to fix something up, and another technical issue hampering here into this match. If it's not the internet, apparently it's the technical, the technical stuff, and well, it is what it is. We are waiting on right now for basically this game to continue in just a bit. But UwUwatch still pretty much in a hole, and seems like we are overtime again. I guess we're gonna have to move basically the second match to full time by this point. But well, this is still Wamen Nagi's to defend. Now they do need to make sure that Zombich is gonna be surviving that one after the flashbang there. And both sides having some pretty even sightlines of one another, something to take note. But Charlotte taking control of the high ground has been a key point in forcing out Wamen Nagi on more awkward angles that potentially Izumi as well as Kadena can really capitalize on. We'll see if that is going to be panning out in some way anytime soon. But for UwUwatch, they need to find their way, to find their footing, or they will really be in such a big problem into this map.
Right. I would like to see Charlotte trying to contest this Widow, or either Widow or McCree, preferably Widow, where if she's holding a close angle. But yeah, unfortunate that he drops his mech early on, and it's just going to be a McCree Widow a headshot fest for for Kuz and Kronos without the Diva or the Reinhardt. And this is going to be a tough attack to push into if they can't deal with either of the two, because these long sightlines again will just wreak havoc to a composition such as such as this. And now we're seeing that with Kronos getting a pick off already against Genji.
Yeah,
But
no
no
one
answer stack.
It's just really a stat shatter off between our two tanks. Wamen
Right.
Nagi 2.0 looking for the charge right now, trying to get the pin. Doesn't happen. Kadena with the Canada kill. And it's Funtrick on the board yet again. Wamen Nagi 2.0, a pretty stellar defense so far. They have been able to really adjust accordingly, even with the bully play there from Charlotte. With the McCree and the Widowmaker, they're really playing into the angle game as strong as possible. Here on Havana, there's just so many ways to get through the building, so many ways to find an angle through the building itself, especially on this first part. And it seems like it is a revolution in order here on Cuba, but Wamen Nagi 2.0 orders up and they're looking stellar so far.
And we're going to see a Nano Blade here to the side of UwUwatch. Let's see how Wamen Nagi deal to this.
It seems like Kronos will be the first ball. Izumi gets the slash on. 2 frags on the board already because with the Canada kill. But for UwUwatch, only 2 kills with the Nano Blade. Not as decisive as you would like. In the meantime though, Charlotte gets in the face of Batty as well as Kuz. That's McCree and the Lucian both going down, and Norris are helping things out. Overtime though ticking on down. Here comes the goal assist right now from Vigilance. And he's trying to play one-man army here into this one. All about sustain here and now. Still doesn't happen as the push comes to shove. UwUwatch getting closer and closer to the tail end. Funtrick though just jumping on in. Reinforcements have arrived. Patty with a very quick transition on. Flashbang going to be available here for Kuz. Goes for the stun. Doesn't get it. But the McCree still contesting. Kronos in behind. Getting some damage done with the Widowmaker. Shatter double connect. That is in the Moriuzu finally getting in the outclass against Zombich. But for UwUwatch, clutching things out. 2:25 on the clock.
Man, I thought Wamen Nagi would flush that out, but props to Inorisa and Charlotte for hanging really closely there. They really step up on that initial last fight, and they have a chance now here to complete the total amount.
Yeah, Havana gonna be a potential full cap here every single time, especially
My
if they
god,
get a
and
capture.
Kronos just popping off. 3 headshots in what, 3-4 seconds immediately? And that's just put a stop on UwUwatch stack. And staggering even the pilot for Charlotte. This is going to hurt a lot.
Baby Diva in the middle. Just a little bit of a game there. Eventually, Funtrick gonna get that shutdown. A lot of the here to use for Wamen Nagi. They have their tank line ready to go. They have that Deadeye as well. And we'll see if it's gonna be enough as Zombich is looking to hold the corner by himself. But in the meantime, it's Izumi right now getting closer and closer to the blade. And Noriyusu gonna get stunned up. Here comes Funtrick right now, dropping on down after by grenade. It seems like the tank duo is in order yet again. Still though, all about this corner here and now between our two teams. Kadena with the Deadeye catching that one out. Shatter beautifully done by Zombich, something you can really rely on. But here comes the blade, and it's gonna be met by the Gravity Surge instead. Funtrick with the big beam. Wamen Nagi 2.0 not wanting to give up any kind of space, but they will have to try and they will have to let it happen. As here comes UwUwatch right now pushing on forward. Bodies hitting the floor. Wamen Nagi needs to cascade on properly, but there we go with the contest one last time. Shadow available. Sound barrier in response. But here we go with the stun. Does get 3 opportunity here now for UwUwatch. They put that Zelda Shock up as well. Zombich right now trying to protect the team, but Batty and Funtrick both going down. UwUwatch making an opening for himself, blowing things up, and looking good into the warehouse parts of this map.
Really good set of ultimates right there. UwUwatch not making it easy for Wamen Nagi to defend this point, and now we're on the third point of Havana, and Izumi swapping over to that Hanzo when I thought they were banking on that blade for them to be able to push, but I think they decided against it because it took way too long to get value off of it, and Hanzo can just basically trade against the Widow, and the Dragon Graviton combo I think is more reliable. Oh wait, sorry, they don't have Azaria. What am I saying? But
Yeah, here
yeah,
comes the dead eye from the side of Wamen Nagi. Seems like for
yeah,
UwUwatch, Charlotte getting in the face of the opposition, but it's zooming in to kill onto Vigilance, and for Team UwUwatch, at least they got the pickup, taking care of that main hero,
right,
no
right.
coalescence to deal with whatsoever. But timing's taking the R on the straight away. The last time they were here, well, they can remember they were able to play the bridge on the defense. This time, Zombage giving the same punishment again.
Zombitch again with a huge shatter.
Good stuff. There's the Brum. Always potent. Always on point. Finds the angles. Gets the stun on. But well played there to the side of Wamen Nagi 2.0. 20 seconds left here for UwUwatch. Can they actually make it? Can they try to force out the second round? Chances are slim to none. But we will see if they can actually do so. Charge right now from Nova Yusu. Shatter is available. He's looking for an angle. He's looking for the Shatter to really connect onto the backline. And here we go with a stun onto two. Quadric Vigilance to the floor. Dragon Strike gonna be there as well. In the meantime, a D-Mech on the Charlotte's mech right there by Kronos. Gadina fragging on back. Take care of Zombich already. Good move there from Fatty. Knocking down McCree. Fortunately, just no water right there. And that is Lucio getting taken down along the way. Because right now, though, coming on back. Deadeye is available here now. Puncher with a flank as well. It's Vincent's actually from Wamen Nagi 2.0. Some few invaders in behind. Has to be some traitorous dogs here. But so far, so good for Wamen Nagi 2.0. Time for the cleanup using the Grafton Surge. And they will take match points. A 3-0 lead as we move into our last map of Assault.
Man, Waminagi just straight up saying, "No, you're not gonna take any map from us, at least for now." Before we go on to the fourth map, just straight up dominated on the attack, and their defense, when you thought they were starting to crumble, they just um, a lot of clutch plays, especially on again the tank duo, Zombitch especially. You really can't charge in front of Zombitch, especially when he has Earth Shattered, because you know what? I'm not gonna help my teammates. I'm just gonna kill everyone behind you, Reinhardt. When you charge in front of me, I'm gonna shatter your backline, and that's exactly what he did. He he did that like it's like his go-to play. If you're going to have like a montage, you're going to see a lot of his or chatters just basically oops, the enemy Reinhardt charges, I'm gonna shatter, looks like I'm gonna shatter their backline. Just a really easy clean up for Zombich, and it's working well, so you really say that like Luke or something. He does it all the time, like consistently. So really well played.
Well played indeed. But hey, that is going to be Havana being taken there by the side of Wamanagi 2.0. And it is pretty much Wamanagi making sure that that perfect record stands. Why do you think, Mr. Fascinate? Why do you think Wamanagi is just so good at getting these wins every single week?
I'm not entirely sure. It feels like they've been playing a bit more ever since this invitational has come up. Like I've seen them going online uh for more hours, like playing, even just like playing solo queue, like quick plays, you know, and like really small things like this. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. All these small things, like it adds up, and it's going to add up to a point where they're going to have like a huge advantage off of it. You know,
I can
it's
tell.
not like yeah, right.
Hey, Hanamura gonna be map number 4 actually into this for Mr. Fascinate. And do you think that the side of UwUwatch can actually get a map back?
I want to. Like we've seen the first two maps, they have what it takes. Like they only need this like small push to um be able to secure the win. And yeah, I think it's back to the drawing board for them. They kind of need to like calm down and think of a way that what went wrong with the third map that kind of messed up, and let's avoid that and kind of do a different take this time, basing on the formula that they were doing on the first two maps.
Havana, Havana. What a map
Havana
that was.
Una, no? Right.
Ananaun indeed. But seems like it's time to get into map number 4. From Havana to Hanamura we go. Now let's get into the last map of this matchup. We still have a second match coming your way, guys, so stay tuned here. This is the New Wave Invitationals, and this is the fourth map of the Wamen Nagi versus UwUwatch set. Let's get it on, let's get it done. Now let's get into 2CP map of choice. It's Hanamura. Gonna be a pretty interesting affair to see how this defense or attack are gonna unfold, with Wamen Nagi on the attack first yet again, and it's UwUwatch on the defense to start things off.
Right. And yeah, Hanamura is a map where you can really um, can turn tides, because it's two CPs in general. They kind of like be a bit swingy, and by that I mean it could really go either way. Um, it's just the nature of this type of map, and maybe this is their time to finally get things more right, and opting for this Orisa Ball with Sombra and Bastion. This is a very interesting lineup, don't you think so?
This this is something. This is something you're gonna
Yeah,
watch.
right.
I don't
Because
get the ball pick,
what is this?
honestly.
Yeah, right. I think what they're trying to do is like the ball would kind of like mitigate some damage by being an utter distraction.
I guess.
It might work. I don't know. Maybe they have something up their sleeve. So we'll see where they go.
Yeah, but you have Izumi right now playing that Bastion. Giving on the right hand side, so teleport antics abound here for UwUwatch, and hey, that is just gonna be into the fire, into the furnace, and Zombage getting cooked up to oblivion. Team UwUwatch gonna be playing with a teleporter, and it seems like a Bastion holding steadfast for the time being. Aggressive dive there from Wamen Nagi is blowing up in their face. And Inori is cleaning up the stragglers left behind. We have the Lucian right now, Patty trying to survive, looking for an opportunity to get a boot or two. And in the meantime, it's still Inori on the right hand side. Very, very interesting happenings into this matchup.
Right, and Symmetra Bastion again. This kind, like, it's a very interesting composition, but yeah,
Yep.
as soon as like they get like trades, what this dive comp is like, especially this is kind of their specialty, right? And as soon as you get like trades, it's going to favor the attacker side, since their spawn is so much closer.
Goodbye, Inoa.
And goodbye, Inoa.
Goodbye,
And goodbye,
Kodina.
Kodina.
Everyone says goodbye.
Patty.
Patty is just gonna say hello, hello. I don't know how you say goodbye, but I say hello and goodbye. And goodbye to you. Gets pooped on the way to the gardens. And seems like it really is that poop war for their Wamen Nagi 2.0. Getting the push on again, 5:10 on the clock. Looking pretty solid so far.
Right, and yeah. Interesting enough, like Izumi is sticking to the Bastion, and a good pick off there by Cruz, getting Kudina, his McCree counterpart, and this is spelling disaster for the side of UwUwatch.
Furnace with Blade, and it's gonna be the right hand side keeping things up. Beats gonna be there as well. Wamen Nagi 2.0 with the Valkyrie on board. And much of the minds already. Wamen Nagi 2.0 is just like, we're gonna take this point, and that is gonna be the show. 42 on the clock, pretty quickly done there by Wamen Nagi. Seems like UwUwatch didn't know what hit them after they were just trying to have some fun playing that Bastion to begin with.
Right. And they banked it on the Bastion and his ult, like I saw that they kind of hesitated to swap off the Bastion since he almost has his ult, but uh, again, it's not really you can definitely like sacrifice an ult, especially if it's not like I don't think Bastion's ult is that like a game changing ult in my opinion, because it's not as reliable as something like say Grav or um a nano boost. It isn't like reliable, especially if you're already down one early on. So you need to be able to set up as Bastion. I think the most important part about Bastion is being able to set up and being able to control, defend on that point, not just like um, getting booped off or like being evaded, you know. So yeah, unfortunate.
Oh, Wamen Nagi. They are going to be on the defense side now, and they are going to play that Ryan. Roadhog UwUwatch. In the meantime, goes for the dive yet again. And we'll see how this is going to unfold, because we do see Cadena playing that Sombra. Can be pretty potent, getting those hacks on. And through the gates, we do see Cadena right now looking to infiltrate. At the same time, though, it's because of a few shurikens here and there being tossed around. Wamen Nagi 2.0 with the push. Here comes Charlotte right now with the jump yet again. And for UwUwatch, they really need to be careful, because they don't really have that barrier after the bubble gets burned. Cadena looking for a hack, will get shut down immediately. Kronos actually going for the brawl against the Sombra, gonna get the melee to get that takedown. But Wamen Nagi 2.0, a good pick up onto that Hakera herself. No silence whatsoever. Here comes the Widowmaker right now, getting shot after shot onto that high ground. And well, and so Kronos still staying on. Wamen Nagi looking to hold on the objective itself. Zooming on the board there. Kronos on pitch. Getting frag after frag again. Wamen Nagi 2.0. 3 kills right here, right now. And Cadena in behind. Really giving chase to the Widowmaker. Wants a little bit of revenge, but Kronos doesn't care. Still does give him the same kind of treatment. And this is now Kronos getting those kills here, there, and everywhere. Pushes on forward. Gets another set of frags. And well done to Wamen Nagi 2.0. Holding here on Hanamura.
Right, and Kronos being Kudina being trying to be a pesky sombra to that widow isn't enough to like um get out annoy her, and just Kronos being able to pop off a lot of these fights, like getting a lot of kills early on and not dying by herself is it's kind of like somewhat pressuring UwUwatch here, and they're kind of like hesitating a lot.
And so another check there to get a headshot, does get it. Zombichin cause getting fine more kills, but Wamen Nagi 2.0, well, they are just looking to rotate around again and again. We do see Kronos right now looking to relocate. And 5 of them is on the board here for Wamen Nagi 2.0. It's a pretty clean sweep right now. UwUwatch trying to get things done, but for Wamen Nagi with 4 times the kills, and well, this defense holding pretty well. They even feel like they can give up the gate, because they are just going to be able to get picks from behind. Look at that punching, taking care of Cadena. 2 happy ball falling down to the hand of Kronos. Sound barrier right now for Patty to just try and counter after that primal range. And they even go for the blade to just cut down to Winston in the prime.
And a shutdown by Kronos just sealed the deal for this attack by UwUwatch. That nano boost on the Winston was just like wasted a really nice sleep dart there by Vigilance, putting a stop over that push. And yeah, instead of, I think they could have just saved the nano to the blade, but yeah, unfortunate again. But now we have a more ult to work with. I think they still have a chance, in my opinion. This more ult can like make or break an attack.
Yeah, here comes Team UwUwatch right now coming through to the rock garden. We do see Puncher on the right hand side again. And well, they do want to set up with that Orisa, but at the same time, it's two have a ball right there, ready with that Cold. As Kuz gonna get on the board. Here comes the chase down now onto the Moira. Two have a ball trying to get on the way. Funtrick though with the punish it again. And Zombich goes for the Shatter at the same time. Wamen Nagi 2.0. They already finished up the game before the timer has even run out. And can UwUwatch
Right.
get even the touch? Not gonna happen whatsoever. Wamen Nagi 2.0 very deservingly takes the victory. 4-0 overall, 2-0 on Hanamura. And GG well played to both, but Wamen Nagi again showing that they really have their stuff together no matter what, no matter who's playing on that roster.
Right, and props to Wamen Nagi for like each player is just stepping up on a different level. Like, you know, when the DPS can't hold up, tank lines will do their best. If the tank lines are having a hard time, the supports will take care of them. I'll keep you top up. You don't have to worry. Just keep on like doing your stuff. I'll be behind you. You won't die. And right, it's insane how their individual plays like can bring the most out of each and every one of them, and in that in turn like makes their synergy as a team very like synergetic and consistent.
That's true, and it just is really Waminagi having such a big advantage overall. It's really just them finding so much chemistry, even with a different line, and just such an effective way to really get things done here onto this match. And well, especially on Hanamura, it just feels like UwUwatch could not answer whatsoever. They tried to play the Bastion to be kind of cheeky. The teleport there didn't really pan out. They went for the dive, didn't really pan out. And we were hyping up basically a ball versus ball matchup, but it did
Yeah,
happen
it didn't.
every time.
It happened. It
It happened a
happened. Yeah, it
bit.
happened. But
It didn't happen every time. We didn't really.
yeah,
We were expecting that to really be the main attraction, but in the end, it was just the Kuj show showing up for Waminagi, and overall Waminagi with just such masterful skill of the game, such mechanical prowess over their peers, and you can really say Waminagi does deserve to stay ahead in a setup like this. So kudos to Waminagi, really getting things done along the way. Hanamura being taken by them 2-0, and well, seems like it's time for gets into another post-match interview here before we move on to our next match of the night. Well, Hanamura taken by Waminagi. It's clean sweep here, Mr. Fascinate. And what do you think really was the keys to the kingdom here for Waminagi to take such a good scoreline?
yeah, I have to give props again for the tank line. They really, um, being the front line of both defense and attack, um, they are like the initiators of like um each and every fight. Like they asserted dominance over their counterpart. Yeah, we saw Inorisu and Charlotte do a lot of like they popped off and like few scenarios here and there, but overall Funtrick and Zombich, like they knew what they had to do. Like in most of the fights, especially like yeah, when you said that we were supposed to see a ball versus ball matchup, instead Waminagi opt for that Roadhog Reaper to counter the ball. So they're really in it to win it, you know. And that's kind of like one of the factors I guess that Waminagi has in this invitational. They have this drive to really win it all.
They are 4-0 right now, that's for sure, and it is such a big deal. But hey, let's a quick little recap, and yeah, Ilios, Kings Row, Havana, Hanamura, all taken. And it seems like the further the match went on, it was more and more of the Waminagi show. Ilios was the really tight-knit affair. Kings Row, actually pretty interesting. Neither side able to get the full
Yeah,
cap one.
exactly.
That's not something you usually expect here with the New Wave Invitationals. Havana, though, looking more and more like Waminagi's game to win, and Hanamura, well, that was just a surgical and absolutely above and beyond a level up performance compared to their opponents. And in terms of the standings, well, this does put them at a 4-0. UwUwatch right now going to be 2-2, pretty much tied up with Meme Cord still staying on that 4th place. But it really goes to show Wamen Nagi 2.0 looking nigh unstoppable here in the New Wave Invitationals. Anyway though guys, we will be right back. We'll go talk with one of the members of Wamen Nagi 2.0. This is the New Wave Invitationals, and let's get into a post interview very, very soon. So hello guys and welcome back. Welcome to our post-game interview, and we got Cuz of Wamen Nagi 2.0 talking again. And since we're getting him for the second time, it's a different kind of Cuz here because he was playing DPS the whole time, and very impressive stuff from Mr. Cuz. How you doing tonight, and how do you feel your performance was against Team UwUwatch?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good today because at the first match of the game, I was like no aim, and I'm still adjusting my aim at that time, and I have a new mouse also, so I'm really adjusting my aim on this game again, and on the later matches from round two to four. um yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm getting the hang of it. Like, I'm getting the hang of my aim. um tried adjusting the sensitivity on the game, and then yeah, I think we're pretty good on that, on the game itself.
And you have shown that you still got it in you, Mr. Cuz, and I'm really glad to see you perform so well. What do you think got you guys the edge though, since you were facing off against a team that had a more stable DPS lineup, and you and Kronos are hopping on in. You're playing DPS again. Kronos is like, I don't know if my internet's gonna kill me or not, or kill my ult percentage. That's for sure. So how did you guys manage against their, against their pair?
Mm. Yeah, actually, we have no strats at all. We're just picking the heroes that we're comfortable with to use, such as Maki and Genji. So, first, um, Kronos is the one who like initiate for um on the enemy team, so that he can get too many ult charge as a Genji, because as a Genji you need to build up your ult really fast, so you can turn the tide on the enemy. And then as for me, I'll be staying on the back line because I'm a hit scan player, and like I had to build up um my ult my ultimate on the back line, because that will turn the tide to on when where the game will go.
Yeah, just you're finding so much value out of pretty much anything you do. And it really was just you guys were able to outperform the opposition from time to time. And as a team, what do you think was really your edge coming into this match, especially trying to really keep your perfect record? And you did so both on the map side and the match side.
Actually, we don't have any plans on how to win that game. We're just having fun, all of that. We're just like um, I said that we're going to 4-0 these guys, and then yeah, it turns out like we 4-0 the game, even though it was a really close match. Props to watch. Like, they tried their best on fighting our team.
Just kudos. I've seen a lot of banter, honestly, between your team and their team. So what's that all about? Why do you guys seem so close? What was like the history between Wamanagi and UwUwatch in general?
Yeah. So I met the team of Overwatch, like, in box through Yumi, and then we play together. We get to know each other. Like, um all the members of the Overwatch. Yeah. So we always played competitive, um uh like before. Still, we're uh playing comp today. And yeah, um that's where our team and Overwatch get to know each other.
That's pretty
Like,
much true.
by Yumi.
The Yumi babies is exactly what we deem a you. So, Mr. Fascinate, how about you? Got any questions here? Because who really impressed, honestly, showing up with the DPS picks.
No. I am fairly confident with what Kuz can do as a DPS because I've been playing with him. I've known the guy for so long, and yeah. I think that was as usual. If not, like he step up, you know.
Yeah,
So
big
like
step up,
yeah,
man.
congratulations on the W. You deserve it, guys, and yeah, good luck further.
That's pretty impressive, guys. So, how about you, Mr. Cuz? You got anyone want to shout out for for the end of this match?
Um, Nothing actually. I just want to say to UwUwatch that kudos to you guys. Props to you for uh, uh, trying your best on fighting our team, and then uh, um, I hope that you grow as a team. Like on the future, um, you grow together as a team, and beat any team that is will come to you in the future.
That's cool. That's a lot of love. That's what I really see here from Mr. Cuz. And well, thank you, Mr. Cuz, for coming on in for a little bit of our interview as we break down the last part of the match between me and Mr. Fascinate. So thank you, man. Thank you for coming in again. A pretty chill interview there. Just get those questions done, and we are gonna be good to go to wrap things up. Thanks, Cuz.
Thank you, Daks. Thank you, Fascinate. Have a good one.
Thank you,
Yes,
thank you,
thank
Ren.
you. So Mr. Fascinates, just break it down for me. What do you think those in each match, in each map, what was really a defining factor that allowed Wamen Nagi to really take that W?
Uh, it's basically like what they've been doing so far. Their fundamentals. They know a lot of these things. Like just by playing, they've been playing the game probably since launch. If I'm guessing. Um, they also competed um to a degree like back in the day, and being able to play with people, you know, like people who truly did like compete, like me, Billy, Rebirth, and all those people. They used all these experience, and yeah, to a great effect, and we're seeing all of those uh it's a fruition, and like the way they dominate. They haven't lost a map. That's saying something.
That's true. That's true. The Wamen Nagi 2.0, absolute stalwarts, absolutely at the top of the class, and just very impressive in general. That's all I have to say. But what do you think was really the push that they got on the third and fourth map? What made it so different from the first and second, Mr. Fascinate?
Yeah, sorry, I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Like, why were they so dominant on the last two maps compared to the first two?
All right, yeah. I guess um like your mental uh, ca- uh capacity, like um if you're starting to lose like over and over, it gets to you mentally, right? And it doesn't help a team unless they're really strong mentally, that they can like just go next. They don't mind the loss, every single loss. They're just going to like, okay, that happened, let's move on to the next one. As opposed to a team that's like winning over and over and over, their confidence just keeps on growing, like, and they're the more you feel confident, the more you trust each other, the more like better plays you're going to have, the more synergy you're going to have. And yeah, I think that kind of helped for both teams.
That's true. That's true. And well, I can really say that for Ramanagi, it feels like they are really at some point in the journey where they are really the senseis of the new Invitationals. And UwUwatch is, well, the Karate Kid. They're the ones trying to climb up. They're trying to figure out how they fit in this world And not yet. It's not yet time, young Grasshopper, to face off against Wamen Nagi, but maybe in the future, gonna be a potential there. But quick little recap here of our standings: 4-0 for Wamen Nagi 2.0, and UwUwatch gonna be on the 2-2. Not bad whatsoever after 4 matches, but well, when you see someone like Wamen Nagi, you can really see who is the powerhouse of the New Wave Invitationals. And looking at those maps, all taken by the Ramen Squad: Ilios, Kings Row, Havana, and Hanamura, all won out by Wamen Nagi 2.0. And well, was a pretty impressive effort there from the Wamen Nagi squad. But hey, that is only our first match of today, and we will be right back, guys. We'll be looking to see if there are going to be any changes or announcements into this day's lineup. So stay tuned, stick around. This is the New Wave Invitationals.